Hi everyone, myself G.Prabu, MSc MPhil, lecturer, Department of Biochemistry. Now I discuss about the topic is paper chromatography. Chromo means color, graphy means separation. Introduction. Chromatography can be used for the separation of protein, amino acids, lipids, carbohydrates and several other classes of biological compounds. Next definition. Chromatography can be separated by the two phases. One is stationary phase and another one is mobile phase. Depend upon stationary phase and mobile phase, the particles are separated by these techniques. Definition. Chromatography is a laboratory technique that separates components within a mixer by using the different affinities of components for a mobile medium and for a stationary observing medium through which they pass. Principle. Differential interaction of molecules between mobile phase and stationary phase. Molecules that interact with the mobile phase move faster. Molecules that interact with the stationary phase move slower. The materials required for paper chromatography are beaker, cover or lid, distilled water, isopropanol, graduated cylinder, Whatman filter paper. This Whatman filter paper, mostly Whatman filter paper number 4 is to be used. Next, different colors of Sharpie pens, pencil, ruler, scissor. Next, reagent preparation. First one, solvent. A mixture of N-butanol, acetic acid and water in the ratio of 4:1:2 is prepared. This chemical should be of a high grade purity. For example, N-butanol 4%, acetic acid 1% and water 2%. It is dissolved and make up in the ratio. Next, amino acid solution. For example, 1% amino acid solution to be prepared. In 100 ml of water, 1 gram of amino acid powder is dissolved. Then next, ninhydrin reagent. 0.5 milligrams of ninhydrin is dissolved in 100 ml of acetone. Next, types of paper chromatography. There are two types of paper chromatography. One is ascending paper chromatography. Next one is descending paper chromatography. Next we move to procedure. First, put 100 to 150 ml of solvent in the chromatographic chamber and close the chamber. Let the chamber be saturated with the solvent vapor. Next, cut a strip of Whatman filter paper number 1 about 10 cm in width. The height of the strip would depend upon the height of the chamber. Next, draw a pencil line across the width of paper strip about 3 cm above end. Put 4 pencils marks for sample application on the line about 2 cm apart. Apply 5 ml of each amino acid solution on the marked point with the help of micropipette. With the use of micropipette, we put in the marked line, apply the sample. Allow the sample to dry. Put the paper in the chamber and secure its position at the upper end. The lower end of the paper should dip in the solvent with the sample application points a little above the level of the solvent. Next, close the chamber. Finally, the solvent will be moved up paper by capillary action. Take the paper out after an hour and mark the position of the solvent at the upper end. Finally, we dry the paper. Let the paper dry in air. Spray ninhydrin solution on the paper and let it dry. Keep the paper in a hot air oven at 100 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Purple spot will be developed at the place where amino acids have reached. Measure the distance from the point of application. It will be calculated in the RF factor. Time required for the paper chromatography preparation time 10 minutes, experimental time 45 minutes. Reduction factor, it is the formula for paper chromatography RF value, distance moved by the solute divided by distance moved by the solvent front. Uses for paper chromatography. There are so many uses of paper chromatography. One is pharmaceutical industry, determine the amount of each chemical found in new product. Next, hospital, detect blood or alcohol level in a patient blood serum. Law enforcement, to compare a sample found at crime scene from suspect. Environmental agencies, determine the level of pollutant in the water supply. Manufacturing plant also use this chromatography to purify a chemical needed to make a product. Applications of paper chromatography: separation of amino acids, carbohydrates, lipids, and also diagnosis of amino acidosis. Next, separation of porphyrins and also separation and assay of vitamins. Examples: vitamin D, separation and assay of hemoglobin. Example: HbA1c by high performance liquid chromatography. Thank you for all.